You know what I'm saying? Like, what am I? You know what I mean? That it's not a nice guy because it's just me drawing a line cautiously over here. You know what I'm saying? But maybe that's not being a nice guy. It's something totally.
Keep all the way real. It's kind of dumb, bro.
Hey, Young! It's all good though.
I'm thinking that. I'm like, Young, nah, you need to be more yourself. In my mind, I'm like, it don't sound like the man that I just got introduced to. You seem more official than that.
Word.
I'm just keeping it real. And so
we growing, bro. We growing.
No. That's what I'm saying. But I respect the vulnerability because you only can grow. My therapist told me always, you can only grow through being vulnerable. This is what the experience is for.
And remember what you said, how like there's a lot of conversations we don't have.
This
might be the first time he's having this conversation.
It really fucking is, yo.
You know?
Yeah, man. It's just like
real shit, yo.
So like you come into understanding that's like, you know, for some people it's different conversations. It's not just the sex conversation. It might be in other things. It might be this, it might be that, it might be like all of us, bro, me included, bro. I'm not out of it.
Oh man. I read this book, The Four Agreements, right? And the Four Agreements. Oh man, you going it wasn't in my mind. I want to say John C. Maxwell, but it's not. It's a Mexican brother.
Powell.
Excuse me.
Something Powell.
Forgive me. Yep. Pull it up. Thank you, my brother. But what it was talking about is like we have to stop apologizing for other people's unknowing. What I mean is, I know this is it may be a bad concept, so I'm trying to find a different type of metaphor. But it's like, if you meet somebody, right, and for whatever reason, they treat you bad, right, and some people are so they'll like take that and feel like what am I doing wrong? And it's like, no, that's on them, right? Like it's not necessarily like when you meet people, we have to stop taking other people's energies and demons and what they're going through on. And that has a lot to do with discernment, as we were talking about earlier. Like, you got to know like what's for you and what's not in different circumstances. Something can be for me from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. But after 8 p.m., it's not for me no more. And when you know that, you're able to separate bullshit from what you really want to be on. And so it's like when you're able to understand that just because this man is provocative and he want to fuck me as a woman, but it don't mean that I need to be like a slut. I could be who I am as a woman. Then it's not necessarily taking this man's energy on. It's just being like, I understand where I'm at, and this person's not where I'm at, so I'm gonna move on to where my energy is held at, where I feel the most comfortable, and vice versa. And I feel like when individuals, like a lot of people, when you get into relationships, you take on, instead of letting your person be them, you take on all their shit. Instead of just letting them be them. And sometimes, and when you're taking all on their shit and their shit don't align with your shit, you know it's probably not a good position for you. Serving. You know what I mean? That is what we do as human beings. Like, women think they have it innately. They do. They're child birthers. But men like to serve too. We just serve in different, they call it love languages now. There's many. You can find them all, look them up. But like at the real core, people just want to be heard. They want to be believed in, and they want to be trusted. But for all those things that we're talking about, it takes communication. We've lost that. You know what I'm saying?
And also, do you also take into fact that you having those expectations, do you deserve those things? I mean, everybody, I can't say...
Yeah, man, if you're asking me, there's some times that I do deserve it and sometimes that I don't.
No, I'm just saying people in general.
Oh, people in general? I think everybody deserves to be happy. Like
But do you feel like there's a work that goes into you getting that?
Oh yes.
Or do you feel like
it's
happiness
choices.
Just comes?
No. Choices is everything in life. Happiness don't just come or anything like that. It's all based on choices. It's all based on circumstances. We all know that some people get dealt a bad hand from birth. That's right. That shit sucks.
Yeah. Okay, do you feel like that's a determining factor in how you end up in life, or it
depending
plays a big role?
Depending on what is innately in your chromosomes, in your makeup. Imagine the worst situation you can. A baby lose both his mother and father. They grow up in foster care. They find somebody who loves them, but they know that it's not their actual parents. They work through that. They try to, through whatever happens to them. I can't even speak on what happens to that, but that's like tough as shit. It sounds tough. So anybody who ever made it through that and is still a righteous human being, man, that's like the best thing that you could be in life. Coming from such destruction, such unknowing. Like, the reason why we as historical people on this planet, Africans, there's Africans in Africa don't even fuck with African Americans sometimes, and African Americans in America don't fuck with. So you just be like, does anybody fuck with me? And whitey's out to kill me, and the cops, and it's just like, where do I belong? But other people don't have those problems.
Okay. I feel like part of that, bro, is ignorance, lack of knowledge.
Oh, man, that's
right? Where it's like, and to a certain degree too, you're right. Yeah. You know, but I feel like we don't have knowledge on like all these like, as far as Africa, bro, I feel like African Americans in America don't have as much knowledge on Africa.
We don't.
And a lot of Africans in Africa don't have a lot of knowledge on,
for a reason.
Yeah, and when that happens, what do you think is going to happen when that transaction happens?
Hey, brother, and this is why I am such a proponent of individuals who can get their citizenship in Africa, because I've never been. So let me put that out there, number one. And I want to go. And I would love to be a citizen. I hear you have to stay about 7 years. Or 5 to 7.
It depends. It depends.
It depends.
Yeah, it depends.
But I
depends on what you're offering. Like, if you're a millionaire,
then
you get that the day you get there. They already have it ready for you when you get off. Like,
exactly.
He's bringing a lot.
Like anything else. You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, I know, like, come on, man. I got nappy hair and a big nose. I know where I know we all come from that place. It don't matter what you are in humanity. I absolutely believe that. And that goes from it just what I've been educated about, and the things that I research. I'm like, yeah, we are the creation. However, all the people who still got melanin in their body, you know what I mean? It's just like, everybody don't got this. And if you notice, Africa is the center of so many of the natural gases and things that function for humanity. And it's been a scientific fact. You know what I mean? You can read sciences and understand that, we are the original people. It's 2022 damn near. And so that's understood. It's just that it doesn't want to be publicized and manifested into a way where it creates a empowerment that helps our people get away from gangbanging and get more into educations or trades.
Bro, the whole gangbanging thing, right?
I got a question, right? So, like, staying on, like, Africa, right?
Yeah.
Do you blame, like, white people, or do you blame
I don't blame
African people?
I don't blame
as
nobody.
Far as,
I don't blame it.
As far as
what is going on
like
here?
slavery, as far as what our people going through now.
Oh man, I mean,
what's your take on it?
Keep it real, bro.
Yeah, like, I don't blame nobody. Like,
This is
as real as it gets, bro. Like, these are
I need an alarm for that one.
Nah, it's just like, for as long as I can remember, I've been on this earth for some time, and I'm just like, all I remember is like money talks and bullshit walks from whatever type of, like, there's always
money has always been.
Some type of currency has always.
But
been.
Is that the problem?
No,
is it currency?
Yeah, no. It's not about.
Hold on.
Wait. It's just about. It's about Africa had things that Europe wanted. They came and studied our culture for years, and so at some point in time, it was just like, all right, Africa, we can barter with them for gold, silver for silver, spices for spices, trade for trade,
slave for slave.
Now you talking. This is why I'm here, man. You're doing a great job, and I'm just like, you know, it was always there. So it wasn't. It takes two to make a baby. It takes two to tango. It takes two to do business.
Until you get finesse, and two becomes one.
Talk that shit.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. But it wasn't necessarily. I don't think from our people. The chiefs of the tribes, when things was going on from Ghana to Jamaica to the Virgin Islands to wherever our people was at, that they was sending ships to. It was just all about. I don't think the actual people who were bargaining understood what was gonna come and be made of the individuals that was on them ships.
Yeah.
But for the time being, it felt like business. And slaves have always been in business, way in BC and AD. You know what I'm saying? In historical, there has always been someone who was on at the bottom of the totem pole. That's just what the world is about.
A pyramid.
The only difference is, right?
Talk to me.
With that, right? Slavery always been going on, right?
Yeah.
But other countries, they stopped selling their own people. Like other countries always, you know, like Europeans used to sell like Europeans as well, right?
Yeah. Then they started selling African.
Right. So like slavery went on in other countries as well.
For
right?
years, yeah.
Right, but other countries, they stopped it because they recognize that people are resource. So why keep sending your people in other places?
Well,
if you could build your people and build your country.
I'm gonna speak to this point when you say that.
But Africa continue to sell us.
Who controls Africa, bro? And who has controlled Africa since they got there, bro? So is it Africa?
No, listen. Our people control Africa. We determine what's going on. Certain families.
You think so, bro?
Certain family control Africa.
Who controls them?
That's the question, right?
Exactly. Oh damn! You said some real pivotal things. Damn, I'm trying to get back to my train of thought.
What was the question you asked?
Because other countries built like within their people, right? So their countries like became more powerful, right? They basically like established like infrastructures and like a way of life.
So right? Hold on, no, we discovered a way of life. Egypt discovered a way of life. That's number one. Egypt discovered a way of life that civilization followed for years and years. The Greeks got it from Egypt. And we follow the Greeks today. Everything that is on the United States property in Washington D.C. is of Egyptian descent. That's a fact.
Right.
We are the first civilization. This is why they shoot the noses.
There were civilizations before Egypt, bro.
Speak. I guess that's where African and American meets.
Yeah, and even in Africa, there were other civilizations. The richest man that ever lived wasn't from Egypt.
Tribes.
He was from southern. He was from West Africa.
Yeah.
And he was dark skinned. That's the richest man that ever lived. So it's like a lot of people focus on like Egypt. There's like 100 other places, bro, that done happened before and all that shit, and all that history is there too.
And you understand? And and this is why.
Just like there are places like that in Europe too, but they tell those stories more than we get a chance to kind of tell our stories.
And that's why you can't believe in nothing.
And that's black people everywhere.
Yeah, black people, and that dysfunction is why we're so sick. Imagine, like, there's no history about any of this that we're talking about. We only learn, these people here, we only learn about this one thing. And so which doesn't cater to the empowerment. It just caters to the mind of, oh, I ain't gonna be shit. I wasn't shit. Fuck, I'm not shit, and thus, this is how people just settle with being D-boys on a block, gangbangers following. It's just with no empowering things to.
Okay, what percentage of black people do you think live in those circumstances?
I don't know. I don't have the rates. I wish I did. I wish I was a sociologist.
If you had to
guess,
like what percentage of black people do you feel like
live in urban environments? I would say 35%.
So you feel like a majority of black people are in the suburbs?
35% is majority.
No. 60. So remaining.
The remaining is middle class or lower middle class, or elite living.
All right. So which one of those do you feel is the highest? Contains the most amount of black people?
Lower middle class. It's the slums. It's lower middle class. Upper middle class is anywhere from you may have a $400,000 home. Mm-hmm. Higher middle class is $600,000 to $1 million plus.
So what's lower middle class?
Lower middle class is $200,000, $300,000 home, $100,000 town home that you may renovate. That it's getting renovated now and going to sell for $230,000 or $250,000.
So you feel like that's what the majority. That's the
anybody that I'm talking about is living like Section 8, like what I'm saying.
So
like,
that's lower middle class is Section 8?
No. Lower middle class is anything from 100 to about 300,000.
So that's almost suburban then.
Yeah. When you can still fake the funk, but one bill, you still living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah. Okay. So we kind of like expand. I feel like we expand the whole lower class and what they do. If they're not the majority, I know it's a big problem, right? Mm-hmm. But I feel like there's bigger problems, bro. If they're not even the majority, see what I'm saying? Just from numbers perspective.
Yo,
if they're not even a majority.
What's crazy, she just asked a beautiful question.
I wasn't asking no more questions tonight.
Are prisons included?
Oh.
And all this level of living.
In prison?
Yeah, bro. I mean,
is that even like another...
Are homeless included? Because homeless get money though, because they can still get
slavery.
SSI.
That's the slavery.
What percentage of prison is like... what percentage of the black population is in prison?
I wish I had the numbers, bro. You gotta inform me on what I need to know when I come here. I'm gonna know.
I mean, we're just speaking of like.
I don't know.
I know.
It's a lot of black men in prison. Man.
What percentage?
Do y'all know how?
Do you feel like what percentage do you guys feel?
50%. I would say half of black men in America.
Half of black
men in America are in prison.
Half. Bro, there's no way.
It's maybe like.
Bro, let's look at. You're looking at a.
Look up at how many people there are in America.
I believe that, bro. You can't tell me half of the black population in America is in jail. There's no way, bro.
Drake just made a song. Mama wasn't home. Daddy wasn't home. I mean, it's a lot of people living that life, bro.
Yeah, the reference Drake.
I shouldn't have.
But I just don't believe that.
That's my guy, and I
bro.
like that record.
I just don't believe that.
Yes, sir.
I just don't believe that. There's no way that
half of them are incarcerated.
Of black people are in jail.
It says
I mean, why would you like even reference it to just blacks? Like it's indigenous people. Like, and I feel like that's a priority of race. And even when we speak of race, it's so funny because one brown African Indian Native woman she has the gene of Eve. She can have up to 5 races. She can have up to any pigment of skin without explanation. So to speak of race is just like...
Wait, okay, say what? I never knew that. I never knew that language.
Look it up. Look that up too.
What percentage?
You on the phone.
No, she's talking, but...
Big facts.
There is 2.3 million, or 34%.
I told you 35. That's what I said.
That's 34. That's 34% of.
But
I think that's 34%
of black population.
I think that's 34% of the population
in jail. That's black.
Is black. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Did you find something?
So this is saying that little under 500,000.
What is the Eve gene? Are you looking that up?
So if we talk about
4% of black people is that.
So let's see. So if we talking about 500,000, then how many black people are in America? Then that's the question, and we can do the math from there.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of us
talk
and listen without doing the math.
You get 2, boo.
Mm-hmm. How many black? So it's 46 million of us who identify as black. So 500,000.
A little less than, let's say like 800. And there's how many million of us?
46.
Bro, that's not probably even 10%.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, you're right. I mean, niggas did the math. It's not 50.
Just like 1%.
It's not even close, bro.
1% are locked
so
up.
Why? So why we got all this?
You got 1%. You got 1%
catastrophe in our urban environments.
That's what I'm saying.
Are we focused? Are we being taught to focus on the wrong shit? Is that what you're getting at?
Oh.
Who's gonna change it? How can we change that collectiveness? How do we get individual? Like, if you were
People
trying to
get their energy right.
If you were trying to get energy,
right?
I mean, girl. Like, if you were trying to get, like, what, with all the media outlets right now, what is the best way to engage minds to think differently?
Bro, the biggest thing, bro, is controlling your perspective of yourself. For the longest time, the perspective of black people has always been controlled by someone else that wasn't black.
Yeah.
So if they don't paint that shit in a good way, bro, like, they probably just don't give a fuck. Or it's like, you know? So it's like, I feel like black people have to control their perspective. Or like, at least, like,
how do we do that as a whole? Like,
I'm raising my hand.
Yes, you are.
Go ahead. You talking, I'm just raising my hand. So
I feel like I be talking a lot. So you right now.
Okay, right now. Speaking of now, what does that look like?
What?
What you just said.
Okay, so what most people in America think of black people, right? Who gave that perspective? Was it black people?
No. We get that.
That's what I was saying.
Okay. So what are you saying?
So you just said what perspective? Where did you get that perspective of how black people act? What did you just say? My bad.
Okay, I think your question was how do we do that? I feel like to a certain degree is you have to have a certain amount of power, but also it's like, because power kind of controls exposure when it comes to certain things, right? So having certain media, but that too is not just having media that black people own, because sometimes those black people might not be for black people. So even though they're there, the perspective that they might be painting might still not be like good for black people, even though they're black. So it's like, it has to be, it's not just about having black people do that, because there are black people that do that, but it's about having the right kind of black people do that and provide the right kind of content.
Has the termination of so-called black people helped or hindered our evolution in the country of America? So we're always talking, like you just stated, it's like there's black people who are black but may not be doing things that are for the culture and its betterment. And then there are individuals who are. Exactly. And I feel like all races suffer with that, but we are put on a pedestal with like how our dysfunction is the reason that we can't get to the next level. You understand what I'm saying? And it's just like, how do we fix that dynamic? It used to be like in the ages of the 30s, you know, women showing, and this is not a slight to women. I'm just gonna talk about like the perspective in the culture. I think like every man used to come out in a suit jacket. You know what I'm saying? And a tie when they left the house damn near to be professional. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you at your home, you wear what you wear. But as far as professional dress, your shirt was tucked in. It was just a way that individuals carried themselves.
I don't think that means anything anymore, bro.
No, none of that. But
you dress anyhow, even going to work, bro. If you doing what you're doing and you good at it, bro, nobody cares, bro. Yeah. That's how it is now, bro.
It is that way.
Certain jobs require what you're saying, but there's a lot of things where
that don't. Like, oh no, I mean,
you know, like I'm a millionaire, but this is how I dress every day. I didn't want to go to the office.
There's only a few people who are living an entrepreneurial life like that, my brother.
I mean, it might not even be a millionaire. You could.
But you handling your business.
Exactly.
Just handling your business.
You still be like doing like being the lower middle class, like he was saying.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And still live like that. You're exactly right. You're exactly right.
Yeah,
with that.
totally. Yeah.
That's cheers to that. I agree. Why does every black person that's in the light, and what I mean by that is like they're in the media light, they're considered the top individuals to do this at whatever particular craft, acting, music, television.
Touch on them all.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Why do they want to classify these people as illuminated? And is that just propaganda? And does that cause the destruction of distrust in black Americans? Or does that continue to escalate the monetary gain of financial capitalism?
As far as that word, the word you said, illuminate. I feel like if I break that down all the way to like the core, simplest form of it,
it's pure.
It just means to a certain degree, as basic as I can put it, it just means you might be a little more special than, or you think at least you might be a little more special than everybody else.
You think? I love that.
Yeah, you know. Yeah. So it's like I feel like
thoughts and words are power.
Yeah, I feel like that's just what that is, you know. So I feel like, do people buy into that?
Every successful individual in our of pigmentation like us, when they reach a level, they are classified in this level. They got YouTube shit that'll tell you about it. They got Google shit that'll tell you about it. You look it up, you can find it. It's got all these people that are good people from what I would know. I don't know these people, so I'm going to say that they're good people, but they would have them classified as they're with this particular group. And why is it that only, there's no particular white group or Asian group or Latino group or Indian group. There's just only a group of us.
So are you illuminated because you know how to make money?
I don't even know why we're illuminated.
Good at other things that might not be, let's say, money related, but it plays a big role in society. Are you illuminated then?
I guess I'm trying to understand what you all think about as far as why when we if the real
is there even like a role like that anymore? Like a person who played that much of a role and don't make money anymore?
Nah, everybody who play
there's some people, bro. There's some people, bro, that might not be plugged into like you know, even in America, I feel like there's people who do a lot and they might not necessarily want like the money doesn't matter to them, bro. But they still make it though.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they make, but they're comfortable, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's different than like, you see what I'm saying? Where it's like, I'm known.
A nigga just said that. Jadakiss just like, niggas comfortable. Like, they got the routine now.
Those people illuminated too. Because what they're doing is important too. But it might not just be business and it might not be necessarily making money.
Every time a black man make $1 million and he rap or act or he entertain in any capacity, he's in an Illuminati. And I think that shit is whack. And we're the only race that has
Illuminati?
That. I don't know. Some shit. I don't know.
Is that of light or conscious?
Okay, what if the Illuminati to people what they're really saying, right? It's just once you get to that level, you're part of a certain group of people that move a certain way and do things a certain way. What if that's just a way of people saying that?
Then to that, I fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.